He just admitted he dropped up to 15 pounds heading into a make-or-break third season, and Bears fans are already split down the middle. Is this the smartest move of Caleb Williams' career, or is he gambling with his own durability? Stick around, because what he said next about his teammates might be even bigger news. If you want more breakdowns like this every single day of training camp, smash that like button, share this video, and hit subscribe so you never miss an update. Day 1 of Chicago Bears training camp is officially in the books, and Caleb Williams walked out of that press conference having dropped one line that instantly took over Bears Twitter. Asked about his off-season approach, he casually mentioned he'd shed somewhere between 10 and 15 pounds. And just like that, the internet lost its mind. Here's exactly what he said. He explained that he finally nailed down his schedule during the dead period of the off-season, figuring out when to train, when to recover, and how to fuel his body properly. The result? A leaner frame that he believes will make him quicker and smoother in the pocket. But how much weight are we really talking about? When a reporter pressed him for a number, he shrugged and landed somewhere in that 10 to 15 range. Was it closer to 8 pounds? Could it have been closer to 20? Nobody knows for sure, and honestly, neither does he, because we still don't have an official updated number on his roster listing. Here's why this matters. Last season, Caleb Williams was clocked as the single fastest quarterback in the entire NFL. He posted 4 of the 5 fastest quarterback runs tracked all year, topping 20 miles per hour 4 separate times, and hitting 21 miles per hour on one blazing scramble. Only Denver's Bo Nix even came close to that kind of top-end speed. So now the question becomes, what happens when you take an already explosive athlete and make him lighter? Some fans are worried this could cost him strength, or make him more fragile in the pocket. But let's pump the brakes for a second. Does losing 10 pounds actually make a 6'1" quarterback who's built like a tank suddenly fragile? Watching him move around at camp, he still looks every bit as powerful and compact as he did as a rookie. If anything, shedding a little extra weight could make him even harder to bring down in the open field, and maybe even faster than the record-setting pace he already set last year. And here's the part people keep forgetting. This quarterback has never missed a single game in his career. Not one. As a rookie, he was sacked 68 times and hit over 100 times behind a shaky offensive line, and he still never left a game. That's not a fluke. That's proven toughness. So before anyone panics about a number he tossed out casually in a press conference, maybe it's worth trusting that his training staff knows exactly what they're doing. Now here's a question worth dropping in the comments. If he's faster, leaner, and just as durable as ever, does this weight loss actually make him more dangerous this season? Let us know what you think. Moving on to another major storyline from day 1, the ongoing balancing act between accuracy and explosiveness. A reporter asked him directly how he plans to chase a 70% completion rate without losing the big play instincts that make him special in the first place. His answer was simple: take the easy completions when they're there, trust his rhythm, deliver catchable passes to his guys, and save the highlight reel escapes for when the play actually breaks down. In his words, that superhero mode doesn't need to be switched on for every single snap, just when the moment calls for it. This has clearly become a major point of emphasis for the entire coaching staff heading into year 3. The message isn't about neutering his aggressive playmaking style, it's about cutting down on unnecessary risks when the simple throw is sitting right there. Even his coaches have owned some of the blame publicly, admitting that last year they didn't do a good enough job consistently getting his primary target open. It's a shared responsibility between the quarterback, his receivers, and the play calling upstairs. Then came the part of the press conference that really got fans buzzing: his praise for his young pass catchers, starting with his tight end. He didn't hold back, saying this player has the tools to become the best tight end in the entire NFL. Now, that's a bold claim, but it's not exactly outlandish. From mid-season on last year, this tight end looked like one of the most dynamic weapons at his position in all of football. He can split out wide, line up in line, block separate on routes, and rack up yards after the catch. He even torched a playoff defense in the postseason, dominating an entire second half with seemingly no answer from the opposing defense. Bold prediction. Maybe. Impossible. Not even close. Next up was his blossoming young receiver entering year 2, and the excitement here is impossible to ignore. Multiple voices within the organization, coaches, front office executives, and now the quarterback himself, keep pointing to this player as a breakout candidate. Down the stretch last season, there were stretches where he looked like the best player on the entire field. Now that the mental side of the game is catching up to his elite physical tools, expect him to be deployed all over the formation, in the slot, out wide, in motion, even out of the backfield, specifically to create matchup nightmares. Get him isolated in man coverage, and a simple 5-yard slant can turn into a 70-yard sprint to the end zone. And then there's the receiver coming off a frustrating second half of last season, battling through a foot injury that derailed his momentum. Asked how he plans to help build his teammates' confidence back up, Williams gave a heartfelt answer: consistency. If he wins his one-on-one matchup or creates separation on a route, the ball is coming his way, no questions asked. Early reports and practice clips suggest he's moving well and looks like his old self again. It's easy for fans to overlook him now that so much hype surrounds the other 2 pass catchers, but make no mistake, this is still a dangerous, top 10 caliber talent capable of reminding the league exactly why he was drafted so high. So here's the real question heading into this season, with 3 legitimate playmakers all fighting for targets, who ends up being the guy Caleb Williams leans on most? Drop your pick in the comments below. Is it the tight end, the do-it-all slot weapon, or the veteran receiver looking to prove a point? One final update before we wrap up. There was a small scare with a player briefly landing on the non-football injury list, but he's already been cleared and reactivated, meaning it was nothing more than a short 24-hour bug. He's expected back on the practice field almost immediately, so no real cause for concern there. All in all, day 1 of camp gave us plenty to talk about: a leaner, faster quarterback, a coaching staff focused on discipline without sacrificing explosiveness, and a receiving core that has fans more excited than they've been in years. Make sure you're following along for every single update as training camp rolls on, because this season is shaping up to be one nobody wants to miss.